Hiya and welcome to Friday. This is the Punters Guide from Betfred. I'm Joel, once again joined by Derby winning jockey Martin Dwyer. Now I'm in back garden and it's starting to get a bit nippy. I've actually put my coat on. The drizzle started as well, but you look like you're in a lay-by somewhere and it's looking quite nice. Where are you? Where are you off?
I am at Goodwood in the car park. Just arrived for the second last day. I've got my Everton shirt on to travel down in. I've got my shirt and tie in the back ready to go.
Do you know what? I had my United one on earlier on. I thought, only an unprofessional would wear a football shirt for this. So I thought I'd put a wrestling do one instead. Right. Couple of things. First of all, hey, Venetian Lake, who you put up at decent price, came third at 25 to 1 in the Gordon Stakes. 2 out, Martin. I thought we were collecting the lot.
So did I. I mean, it was a big effort, wasn't it? A much better run. Yeah, really pleased with that run. I think Connections will be delighted. So I think season will start from now on. You can look for some good races for her.
A couple of mentions. We both fancied Trawlerman last time. Didn't have a run before Ascot has got the eye issue and everything like that. Scandinavia looks different class. Is this horse going to be around for the next 5-6 years? Unbelievable, yeah?
He's a new Kyprios. I mean, I know John Gosden had a bit of a moan afterwards about what the loose horse impeded him, but he wouldn't have got anywhere near Scandinavia. He was just too good, wasn't he?
Speaking about impeding, Christophe Soumillon was back to his old tricks, but Bo Echo did it again. Horse looks a little special, Martin. Are you tending to agree?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a brilliant race to watch. William tried to nick it an Opera Ballo. Gastard got first run. Look, Ryan must have thought he'd won the race, but Bo Echo, he's just the best 3-year-old around, and now he's beating the older horses. So, yeah, we're a brilliant horse. Brilliant piece of training. Great ride from young Billy the Kid.
Yeah. Do you think you've seen it, you've done it, you've seen these kids come through and they lose a claim really quickly. Is this lad going all the way to the top? Is he that good?
I think so. He's very grounded. When you hear his interviews, all he talks about is, I want to get better. The only problem I can see for him is his weight. He's quite a tall lad, but he's managing to keep his weight in check. He's still got a bit of filling out to do naturally, but he reminds me very much of one of your favourite jockeys, Richard Hughes. And if he has a longer career as he did, it won't be an issue.
Well, speaking of Richard Hughes, you like the way you've done this. I put on a WhatsApp group in the week, and before we move on to the racing this weekend, you were brilliant at a Stewards Inquiry. Hughes, you was brilliant at a Stewards Inquiry. Did you see Oisin Murphy in the Stewards Inquiry, and what are your thoughts if you did?
Yeah, I did watch it, and it created a lot of discussion online as well. Look, I can see why punters who've had the bet on it were frustrated watching it, because you've had your money on his horse, your money's gone, but you're watching it thinking, I might have a chance here. It's a bit like when I have a bet on a football and it goes to VAR. So they're hoping that Oisin's going to go in all guns blazing and say, I would have won that race, blah, 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 and fought his corner to try and win it in the steward's room. But I'm guessing that Oisin has watched the replay and thought to himself, realistically, I'm not going to get this. So as a jockey, sometimes you keep your powder dry. If you go into every Stewards Inquiry shouting and roaring, I would have won, the stewards, they stop listening to you anyway. And you have to kind of pick your battles on that front. I've done it myself. I've gone into inquiries all guns blazing when I know I've got a good chance of winning it. And sometimes you just put your hands up and say it wouldn't have made a difference, because otherwise you're like the boy who called Wolf, and you never get the decisions go your way with the stewards. But I can understand why punters were frustrated. And actually, if I was Oisin on this occasion, I probably would have had a stronger go at trying to get it, because it wasn't cut and dried. But that's the way I read it anyway.
Well, I didn't even think there'd be a Stewards Inquiry. I backed the horse that Oisin was on, coming there cruising, and I thought, yeah, here we go. Didn't go past. Tom kept putting out more on his horse, and I don't think we'd get it anyway. Heard the bing bong, and I thought if Martin Dwyer or Richard Hughes had been there, that'd have got turned around. But anyway, right, let's start with the 150 final day. Glorious Goodwood, the summer handicap. Valedictory for Godolphin, Gosden's and Buick, 130, won last 2. Goodwood end of May. Newmarket won by a neck and a head to Roaring Legend and Goblet of Fire. Sings a Song, 11-2, and Hopewell Rock, 8-1. That's the Wathnam pair. What you thinking here, Martin?
It's a really, really good race, this Valedictory. He's definitely on the upgrade, won his last 2. The cheap pieces have certainly helped him. He's a worthy favourite at 3-1. I wouldn't put anyone off him because he's going the right way and in good hands. Sings a Song, you could say the same things for him, but he can get a bit upset in the stalls. He's not the greatest so that's an issue. But I'm going to go with Joseph's horse, Aeronautic. He was actually a close third in this race last year, and he went to Maidan. He ran some good races at group level. And I thought he ran a really good race at Royal Ascot when he was running on 4th of 16 in that really valuable handicap. And he just raced a bit fresh on that occasion. He was a bit keen early, didn't really settle well enough, getting to a good rhythm, but he hadn't run since February. So with that race under his belt, coming back here for this race, I think he's been targeted at this, and I think he's good value at around 6-1, 13-2. So I'm going to side with Aeronautic for Joseph O'Brien.
Yeah, Joseph in flying form as well. Glorious Stakes, 225. LRC won at 94 on last time out. Looked classy in that Charlie Wood up at Beverley, start of July. 9-all favourite now. Opportunity on the hat-trick bid for Haggis and James Doyle. Ghostwriter, 2 million quid, well spent.
Yeah, the 225, LRC looking to win this for the 3rd time at the age of 9. He was a good winner last time, Joel, wasn't he, at Beverley? But I'm going to take him on with Opportunity, the younger horse. He's a 4-year-old, and I thought he was pretty impressive last time for William Haggis. He's won his last 2 since he's been gelded. We know how that operation works really well on horses as well as radio presenters, and I think Opportunity is going forward.
3 o'clock, Group 2, fillies and mares, big one, Lily Langtry Stakes, 1 mile 6. Do you know what? We both liked Danielle in this when we did the preview. Both fancied this horse. Was second in it last year. Consents in there as well for Prescott and Luke Morris. Last seen last in France. And is it Wardour? 2-1 is the top of the market. Are you still all over Danielle? The price has come in now, or are you had some whispers this week down at Goodwood?
So yeah, the 3 o'clock, Joel, Lily Langtry. We were both very keen on Danielle earlier in the week, and I think my views just strengthened towards her. There's been a bit of money for her as well, and I think she's been laid out for this race, hasn't she? She only had 1 run this year when she won a Group 3 at York. She loves the fast ground, and she was second in this last year. I think the horse at the top of the bet in Wada, the favourite, I think she wants a bit of cut in the ground, Joel. I don't know what you think, but I just think the ground's going to be too fast for her. I'm sat in the car park here, and it's blazing sun again at Goodwood. It's going to be quick again tomorrow, so yeah, I'm really strong on Danielle in the Lily Langtry.
Yeah, 100% with you. Been with Danielle for a couple of weeks now. So if the missus is listening, it's a horse, it's not a girl, all right? I've been with her for a couple of weeks, and then I passed her on to Martin, and all's good. Right, on to the biggest betting race of the weekend. Loads of people love this. 28 runners, 335, Stewards Cup over 6 furlongs. Martin never, ever won this race. He did try a few times and got close. Far Above Dreams, who I quite like, but I don't really want to be putting up a favourite in this race, but it's 7-1. 3 from 3 over course and distance for James Owen. 2 tribes we like as well. Richard Spencer, David Egan, loads at 12-1. Dubai Bling, Soldier's Tree, and Dark 30 of John Quinns and Jason Hart. Martin, it's I'll give you a couple because it's an hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, I like 2 tribes trying to win it back to back. He won it last year. He comes in good form, good second last time. But I'm going to go with Sondad, Joel. I think he's good value at 12-1. He was a winner at the Curragh last time. He's got a £6 penalty. I thought he was unlucky in the Wokingham at Royal Ascot. He's a horse who likes to come through horses and finishes really strongly, but he was isolated on his own at Royal Ascot, stalled 2, but he's drawn really well on the stand side tomorrow. I think he'll be finishing strongly. He's in a rich vein of form. So at 12-1, I think he represents really good value. So he's my choice for the race.
Yeah, I do like the favourite in this, like I said, but I'm going to go for a flyer here and get it at 33-1 for George Baker and Patsy Cosgrave. Drawn 27, front runner, get out, make all. What could possibly go wrong? So good luck in whatever you're back in there. Right, so there's Martin here, there's me here, and there's SD. No doubt he's parked up in some lay-by somewhere with his best bets of the weekend.
Racing begins on Saturday on ITV with a 12 furlong fillies listed race at Newmarket, and Romantic Symphony heads the bet in for Charlie Appleby and the very, very much informed Billy Lockney. It's only second in the listed race last time in France. In terms of form, she's certainly got something to find. Revoir is up there in terms of form, but I thought she was a bit disappointed, albeit against the pace bias in the Aphrodite last time. Maybe Francophone is the each-way value in the race. Very impressive winner on the Rolling Mile back last autumn. And I think that she has form in the book where several of the others don't. So back Francophone each way. Over to Goodwood now for a 12 furlong handicap. And it's an interesting race. You've got the likes of Tarians, who of course won the Melrose last year, Nighttime Dancer, Small Fries in there, but I thought Hopewell Rock was probably the most interesting. Very heavily backed last time, slightly disappointing at Royal Ascot, but I think the horse is better judged on a good effort in a 12 furlong handicap at Newmarket the time before. So back Hopewell Rock in that race. Thirsk, quite a rare appearance on ITV for Thirsk. It's a lovely race course, and the Summer Cup takes place at 2:08. It's far too difficult for me, so I won't be having a bet in that. Instead, I'll be having a bet in the Lily Langtry Stakes, which I thought was one of the more interesting races of the day. Wardar has a great record around Goodwood, and she was second to a subsequent Group 1 winner in the shape of a Strange last time. The opposition isn't that good here. You've got Danielle. Okay, Danielle won a Group 3, but was 1-2 last time at York. And in terms of form and course form and everything considered, I think Wardar is very, very solid. She should go well. In the Stewards Cup at 3:35, the key form race may well be a handicap which was run on 2,000 Guineas Day here, where Far Above Dream beat Evening Saigon. Evening Saigon is significantly better off at the weights now, but I'd rather back both of them, to be honest. There were excuses in the Wokingham for Evening Saigon, and this lightly raced 4-year-old should go well, so worth backing Evening Saigon each way. Far Above Dream is the other interesting one, as I've already said. A great record around Goodwood, this horse, and I think that the informed James Owen Yard is another notable plus, so should go very, very well indeed. At 4:10, a 7 furlong handicap. Well, this is fairly tricky. I might just take an absolute flyer on Akpan. Akpan is very, very interesting. The horse was thought good enough to run in the Greenham Stakes back in April, and ran with some credit, albeit 6th of 8. The last 2 starts have been not good at all, but the horse has been gelded, and that might just help channel his mind. So Akpan for me, and good luck with all your bets this weekend.
Thank you, SD. And he's coming to collect me later to take me down to Goodwood for tomorrow, the final day. But he said he's going to pick me up at 5:27. Who says that? And also, he's got a 0 tolerance on stopping for anything. So have a wee before you go, is what he said. Right. My best bet for the weekend, for what it's worth, is in the Group 2 Fillies and Mares Lily Langtry Stakes. Been on about this horse for a while. Danielle, both fancied it, myself and Martin, second in this last year. I think I'll love the ground. She will go on to win. Danielle for me. Before we go, SD, and you come and pick me up, what is your best bet of this weekend?
Best bet of the weekend looks to be in the 3 o'clock at Goodwood. That's the Lily Langtry Stakes, and it's Wardar. Wardar is unbeaten in 2 runs at Goodwood, and she ran a very, very good reappearance run behind a Strange at Carlisle. That form has been franked considerably, given a Strange went on to win the Group 1 Pretty Polly Stakes last time. Wardar doesn't face anything in terms of that calibre of opposition here, and a good track record means that she's a very, very good bet come Saturday. Enjoy your racing.
Right, brilliant stuff. Whatever you are back in this weekend at the final day of glorious Goodwood at Newmarket or Thirsk, please do be lucky and always gamble responsibly. And we'll be back next week with another Punter's Guide from Betfred. Have a brilliant weekend.